Conference Final as the Prudential Halftime Report continues. Last time a Blazer game in Portland was not sold out, it was April of 1977. Indeed, the fans there are a rabid bunch, as our Paul Ryden found out.
It's easy to get caught up in the things that Oregonians are caught up in. Why, a few refreshing days in the Pacific Northwest, and you may just find yourself jogging, biking, recycling, and falling in love with the Spotted Owl and the Blazers. Fiercely loyal, energetic, and creative, Portland fans have gradually built up to full-blown Blazermania. Get this, the symphony was performing during last week's double overtime win in Phoenix when suddenly
the trumpet player held up a little tiny transistor radio, and the conductor saw it and said, "Turn that radio up." And they put a boom mic on the radio and they began to listen to the overtime as an audience and orchestra together. And the first timeout came and the conductor said, "We can play."
It's everywhere, from Portland to nearby Oregon City and beyond. I mention Oregon City because that's where 78-year-old Grace Struthers made headlines when she was asked to remove Blazer Believer signs from her apartment window.
Oh, I thought, no, impossible. Nobody could be that dumb.
Local residents and her congressman agreed. The signs went back up and Blazermania returned to the suburbs. Everyone gets into the act. If there's one complaint Blazer fans have, it's with the rest of the world. One writer, an Oregon native, calls it collective paranoia.
Everywhere you go in sports, you always hear the phrase, "we don't get enough respect." And you probably hear it no more than 312,227 times a day in Portland.
Well, we don't get the respect we deserve.
What's it like to be a Trailblazer fan? This is what it's like right here. Us against the world. By the end of the playoffs, everybody's going to know where Portland is.
Now, I hesitate to say this too loudly, but it is possible that, heaven forbid, the Blazers might not win the NBA title. Now, I know nobody around here believes that, but maybe this team has been so good and so fun to watch for so long that its fans are spoiled by success.
Thanks. Spoiled by success? No way. Come on, jeez.
Yeah, I do think they're spoiled. I think they take a lot of things for granted. You know, pro sports are very cyclical, and you don't always win. And I really worry about what's going to happen here when they hit a downtime, and they will hit a downtime. You're just not always on top.
They have high expectations. I think that anything under a ring, they just want to step, and that's the only crying shame about the sport here is that the expectation is pretty high.
We're not going to be spoiled by success till after we win it all.
I really think they are. They wouldn't cheer at all almost this whole year because of what happened in the sixth game of the Lakers series.
And that was a year ago. But say what you will about Blazer fans, 679 straight games have been sellouts here, and if they don't win it this year,
We'll still love them. We'll be back again next year, but we will.
And from the looks of at least one message in the arena Saturday, they'd better.
That is the shirt of the year. Got to get one of those things. I also like what they've got. One of the shoe companies has a Portland poster. They're out on the break and just this caption, "Uh-oh." And I think the Jazz have felt that way.
Does that mean because this fast break is coming down on you, or does it mean what are they going to do in the last 2 minutes?
The stinging wit and wisdom of Dick Versace here at halftime. Remember, still to come tonight. You don't get this on Inside the NBA, but you do get Fred Hickman.